Hi there, I'm Becky from Nomadic Knits, and today I'm going to quickly walk you through the cast on that we're using for Knitmas in July. When I've been working up these projects from the kits, I've been starting with my darkest contrast color. I don't know why, that's just what I chose. It feels good to me, so you choose whatever feels good to you. And I am going to just use a long tail cast on and cast on 3 stitches. And now you'll see that your instructions say that you are going to knit 3 rows of I-cord. So you'll notice that I cast on a double pointed needle. You can do this on any kind of needle that you like. On a double pointed needle, what you do is you just take this, instead of turning your needle and using your other needle to knit in this direction like you normally would, you just slide it to the end and knit across. Now, if you are on a circular needle, you would do the same thing. You just have to slide it all the way down the cord across to your other needle. And if you are on a straight needle, what you would want to do is to simply, these would still be up here where you would just knit them, and you would simply transfer them over to this needle and then knit across. So for the double pointed needle, we slide it down. Make sure that you're knitting from your ball end and simply knit across. And we're going to do this 3 times. So that was 1, sliding it back to the end here. 2, and you'll notice that your yarn's coming from kind of the wrong side of your knitting, according to, what we would regularly be knitting. So if you're not familiar with knitting I-cord, this is exactly how it's supposed to be. That was number 2, and here we are with number 3. So now you have the beginnings of this cute little I-cord. And from here, you'll notice that your directions say to pick up 3 stitches along the edge. So what you're going to do is simply rotate your stitches like this, and you will see that you have 1, 2, 3 stitches available to pick up right there. So we'll go through both loops, 1, 2, and 3. And there you go. You've started your I-cord edging, picked up your stitches, and you're ready to go. From there, we're going to begin working as we normally would. So you'll turn your work. And this first stitch is a slip stitch, and you're going to slip with the yarn in front. Okay, so you see I've got my yarn in front of the needle. I'm going to bring it back around, and then we're going to do a knit front back. So I go through the front leg of the stitch, and then I go through the back leg of the stitch. I'm going to knit 1, and then I'm going to slip 3 stitches with my yarn in front. So you saw I brought my yarn back around to the front there, and I'm slipping these as if to purl. Okay. When I turn my work, that yarn stays in the back. And when you're working this I-cord edging, you don't want to pull this too tightly. Otherwise, you're going to get a tight edge, which will make it more difficult to block your piece out to the full size. Garter stitch, which is mainly what this shawl is knit in, is very, very stretchy. And we want to make sure that this edge is stretchy as well. When you're knitting this, I like to pull some extra through just to make sure that I'm not knitting that too tightly. So that was our knit 3. Now we're going to knit 2 together. And our instructions are to knit to the last 2 stitches, and we are already there. So now we're going to knit front back. Knit 1. And you are off to the races. Okay, from here you're just gonna keep on following your directions. Make sure that you're keeping that I-cord edging nice and flexible, and I'll be back to show you how to add a new color. Happy knitting!